Hey guys, welcome to the Unplanned, Unprepared, and Unpredictable podcast, where the conversations are unpredictable, the hosts are unprepared, and the topics are unplanned. And it's been a while, and the reason why it's been so long since our last episode is because of what?
I was out of the country for a week and my computer was broken for 2 weeks.
Hmm,
And I finished my semester of school.
yeah. So
So,
all your fault.
oh,
Yeah?
okay. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I don't mind taking that.
For anybody who's an actual listener out there and you were wondering where we were, it's just because of is it poor planning on your side or negligence or disinterest? What would you call it?
I didn't care. It was it was a very low priority. I had many other. This was like the sixth thing on my list.
You know what's funny? I think this is one of the longest consecutive breaks that we've had since we started this
Yeah, like
podcast.
I mean 3 or 4 weeks probably. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think this is it was enough of a hiatus to consider this kind of season 2, right?
I like that, but I'm really tired of our name. We need whatever we want podcast, but there's a whatever podcast.
Yeah.
What's another way that we can say whatever we want without using those words exactly?
Whatever we desire.
No, it's the first word is the issue.
Oh, uh, anything and everything.
No, anything and everything. No, no. We don't care
The
podcast. Ooh, we don't care. You think people will see the title or the name of our podcast and be like, ah, we probably
yeah.
shouldn't listen to it. We don't care. We don't care.
Hmm.
WDC.
Why don't we call it the Give Us Money podcast? I mean, and then have like a Venmo account attached to it and see if people give us
Hmm.
money, like subliminal
Hmm.
messaging, even if you don't actually say it, because that's
At
that's what I want. I just want money.
what's a Venmo account? I wonder if there's an at give us money Venmo at give us money podcast and give.
Anyways, let's do that. Not on the podcast. why are we Why are we planning for something else while on the podcast? While we're recording.
So we can be productive with our time. I actually think this is more productive than the actual podcast.
No,
Give us
no,
money.
no. You know what? Let's. I think it's been 4 weeks. I think there should be plenty for us to talk about in those 4 weeks. What's been going on? You were out of the country. Where were you?
I was in El Progreso, Honduras.
El Progreso?
Yeah, it's called the city's called El Progreso. Yes.
Like, is it because they're a progressing city, or what's the name behind? What's the meaning behind the name?
I this is a great opportunity for me because I want to be really honest, and my honest opinions are going to be very I'm trying to be sensitive, but it's going to come off a little insensitive.
Hey, that's our brand. Let's do it.
There no, 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 but I ain't trying to I mean, I don't think and well, they could somebody from where I was at could hear this podcast cuz cuz slightly surprising, they have internet there.
In Honduras?
Yeah, and like they all, a lot. I mean, they all have cell phones and they're doom scrolling, but
Yeah, isn't that kind of normal? Like even in most, even like most third world countries in Africa, I think a cell phone access is pretty normal.
I don't know. I've never been to any country in Africa, so
Oh yeah, I have.
but okay, so you've been to a place where did they have dirt roads and huts?
Yeah.
You saw a hut, but they have cell phones.
Yeah.
Okay,
But it's you know, obviously it's not the latest. It's probably a few generations back. But yeah, it's pretty common, I think.
Where did you go? All right, we can. You know what?
Tanzania.
We'll be very interesting. It's comparing experiences.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. What did you say?
Tanzania. Hello, hello. Are you
Tanzania?
shocked?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
what?
not shocked. I just wish I knew something about that city,
It's a country. Tanzania is
country.
the country. Yeah,
Like I wish I knew something about that place.
yeah.
I
It's in
think
Africa.
I think I sponsor. I've been sponsoring a kid
Hmm,
since I don't know, long time. Okay. I don't write him letters consistently. Actually, it's been probably a couple years since I've written him a letter, but I continue to pay, and I think he lives there.
cool. Yeah,
Is that
people live in
cool?
Tanzania. Huh?
Okay.
Actually, what was shocking about Tanzania
What?
is there's a big Chinese presence there. There's a big Chinese
Oh,
population.
like why?
I don't, so what I was told while I was there is because um there's bunch of companies there that are like buying up the mining rights.
Oh,
Yeah,
exploitation.
I guess I don't know, but when we were there, we went to a really fancy Chinese restaurant. It's pretty good.
Okay, good for you. Oh my God, my kid is huge now. He was a little baby, and now he looks kind of angry. Okay, 16. He's about to be 16. Holy cow!
Do you stop supporting him once he turns 18?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Uh,
So tell me about Honduras.
wait. Let me find out where my kid center community.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna
he
need you.
is. He's
Huh?
in a city in Tanzania. Tanzania.
What's the city?
Is it okay? You think it's okay to say? Where did you go?
Wait, why would it not be okay
I'm not
to say a
gonna
city?
dox this my sponsor child. That's crazy.
Nobody. Wait, hold on.
What if my
Just
enemies hear this podcast and they go to Tanzania?
and then find the one kid whose name we don't even know.
Exactly.
Is that how things work?
I'm not gonna
That's
give out
wild.
private info. That's so. Anyway, where did you go? And then I'll tell you if that's
No, I don't remember the name of the city. That's
well.
why
Okay.
I'm asking.
Okay, it's not this city, but it's near this other city, Arusha.
Wait,
Arusha.
are you being serious?
Why?
It, is is it because doxing that you don't want to share?
Yeah,
How
it's
how
someone else's personal information.
is it so if I told you, hey, I know somebody in Seoul, Korea, is that like what does somebody do with that information? Whose personal information am I giving away?
Hey man, don't push my boundaries. This is how I feel comfortable. Why are you being so aggressive?
No,
Oh my
I,
gosh.
I genuinely can't tell if you're being serious or
Oh,
not. That's why I don't know if you're
no, I
joking.
don't want to tell you exactly where this person lives. Yeah, I think that's a little yeah.
Wait, do
It's
you do realize that Tanzania is a pretty large country?
no, I've no see again, I have no idea about anything. Honduras not that big. So
But
anyway,
even Honduras, right?
look. He's close to
Oh,
Arusha, the city. He's pretty
Honduras.
close to Arusha.
Yeah, okay.
Arusha,
Huh.
Tanzania. Anyway,
The way your mind works is fascinating.
thanks.
Fascinating.
Okay, that's all right. Okay.
Like I get it if it's
What is it?
somebody's like,
Okay.
huh?
We're gonna keep talking about it. Can we just move on?
Yeah.
Anyway,
No,
Arusha.
no, it's no,
Okay.
because I need to know if you're being
Yeah.
serious or not.
Yeah, I'm
You
being
are being
serious. I'm being
serious.
serious.
So,
Hey,
uh-huh.
you know what?
Okay.
There's that guy who sees a picture of a street and tells you
Uh-huh.
exactly where it is. There are people out there who have these abilities, and I'm
Uh-huh.
respecting this minor. He's a minor in American standards. Yeah. Oh, if you told me, oh, I know this 13-year-old, they live
Hmm.
in this part of Korea, I'd be like, that's weird, bro. Right?
Is it? If I said I know a 7-year-old that lives in Los Angeles, California, that's too much private information.
Mm, mm. Yep. Because if I was your enemy, I would exploit that somehow.
Like how?
Huh?
How would you? I want to understand how you would
I will
exploit
go
that.
find that person and tell him this.
How?
What do you mean?
How would you find a random
Well,
7-year-old in the city?
that what's it called? Narrows it down to a single city of somebody of significance to you.
So I mean, so yeah, walk me through how an enemy would go about narrowing it down from the
Look,
city.
no, I'm not. What's his name from Taken? I'm not that guy. I don't have any skills, but there could be people out there with skills who could, you know, unearth the location of somebody, my sponsor child. He's basically my child.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the only other person who I am taking care of their well-being.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, I've already said too much. Tanzania, that's already narrows it down way too much, I think. I'm sure Tanzania it's not as big as what's the word to see how big it is? Landmass, surface area?
Or
How
just look
big?
up the population.
No, populate. I want to know like the it's how big is Tanzania? How do you say it?
Yeah,
Tanzania?
Tanzania.
365,000 miles squared.
Yeah.
So, square root of that, what is that? Okay, 365,000.
Why would you take the square root of
Cuz I
that?
cuz I want to like length and
Uh,
width. I kind of want to, have a
oh, okay.
okay.
Like, well, it's like if you know the roughly the size of like a square mile, it's 300,000 of those.
Okay, that doesn't. What's
I mean, it's massive.
600? So 600 miles by 600 miles? That's not massive. 600 by 600
600
miles?
miles by 600 miles is not massive.
Yeah, I drove that. So going back and forth from where I live to where I went.
No, but it's not.
Uh,
That's just one like that's one dimension of it. If it's just a single line, right?
Yeah, you can go all the way across the country in like 4 or 5 hours probably. That's not that big.
Okay, but then you're trying to find a single person within that
Are we
like
trying to
600 by
figure out how
600
to
miles.
murder my sponsor child? Is that what we're trying to do?
No, okay.
Like six
Uh-huh.
600 by 600, and I imagine there aren't that many cities. And I also gave you Arusha, which is nearby the city that he's at. So within 100 kilometers, probably, right, of
So
that
I'm gonna
city
say this. I'm gonna
is
say
this.
this, okay?
And he's I told you which organization I sponsor him through. And
Okay.
I imagine there aren't that many like camps or centers that this organization sponsors. Very easy, I think, to find and hurt this person. Very easy, actually.
Like, just to put it in a frame of reference,
Okay.
if you told me, hey, I know somebody who is about to turn 16 and they're at this mall, okay? A single mall.
Okay. Lennox.
I don't know
Okay.
with given that information,
Mm-hmm.
there's like a near 0% chance that I'm gonna find this person.
Well. Okay.
What are the
So,
chances I find this person?
okay. Say we're doing the podcast like 12
Mhm.
o'clock, like 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. in the afternoon, right? And you say, "Oh, there's
Uh,
this person at this mall." I think I could go hurt that person pretty easily if I was nearby.
like, so how would you find that person? So it's a
Well,
super narrowed down
depends on the
version of what we're
gender. So
talking about, huh?
say it's let's just stick to male.
Yeah,
I told you this person's age too, right? All the information
yeah.
I gave you, age, general vicinity, location. You can probably guess the race based on the country, right?
Uh-huh.
But I would assume somebody just if there's like 1,000 people at that mall, right?
Uh-huh.
And we narrow it by gender and age, it's like 100 people.
Yeah.
Just run around and I start killing everybody. Hey, are you 16? Bam! Are you 16? Bam!
So even if you do that,
Mm.
let's say that
One out
because
of
once you
100,
start
1%
shooting,
chance. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Hello?
a person at a time,
Yeah.
then other people are going to start running away, right?
Yeah, yep.
So what are the chances that the first person of those descriptions that you shoot
I'm gonna
is
say 5% chance of me hurting this person. That's not zero.
Okay, so 5% chance
Yeah.
at a mall.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we're talking about an entire city, and you think that scales? You're gonna have a 5% chance of finding this person in the city?
Well, again, it's I would have to find a place that Compassion International sponsors,
Yeah,
and
but
yeah.
it's not like they spawn. Okay, you know what? Just for my sake, I'm just gonna believe you're like totally kidding with this. This was all
No.
just a joke to make, just for entertainment purposes only. All right,
Well, if
let's
I
move
gave
on.
you the
Huh?
city, yeah, I bet you there are what, maybe 3 to 5 compassion centers there. Maybe just one. I think it would be very, very easy to find this kid.
I would say that there's no compassion center there.
Say what?
There's probably not a compassion center
No,
there.
but there are. So,
You, you
um,
can sponsor people without physically being there.
but they was I don't know, right? I don't really know, but from my understanding,
Uh-huh.
um, and I'm sure you could find this out. Like they connect with specific groups or community centers or churches or schools. And if I
Yeah.
just
So
look through
even yeah,
those, uh-huh.
but even a school, right? Like let's say you found a school. Everyone there, like for one grade, everyone there is the same age. And so how are you gonna find that one kid with the given information?
Oh, you know what? You know what? I could also just hurt a lot of kids in that region, huh? And in that
Okay, so but
school.
hold on.
Yeah.
So even if that were the case,
Yeah.
right? Like, what are the chances that this particular person, like, the odds seem too ridiculous, even if it's somebody who absolutely hates you and for some reason they want to hurt the child in Africa that you are sponsoring.
Uh-huh.
Like, the odds of actually being able to pull that off is so small that I can't imagine anyone would even
I
try.
would say, well, I mean, again, if I had unlimited resources and I really hated somebody, I don't know. I
How
would
many
try.
billionaire enemies do you have
No,
that you're
no.
worried about
Like a
this? Huh?
million. Like a somebody who has enough money to get
Uh-huh.
puts it in a 6%, savings account, and you can pull in 100K a year. What is that? Like maybe like 2 mil, let's say 2 mil.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody who has $2 million in a high interest yielding savings account will have plenty of resource to go terrorize people I care about. Absolutely. Hmm.
Okay. You know, tying this back to one of our previous episodes, I think I understand now why you buy Pokemon cards, those packs. I get the sense that your grasp of statistics and probability is somewhat skewed. Would that be a fair assessment?
No, absolutely not. I think
Yeah.
even a tenth of a percentage is a lot.
Yeah, and I think you assigning a tenth of a percentage of saying that this is something that could potentially happen is tells me that your grasp of probability is probably
Hey, no, hey,
not
there's
the most
people out
accurate.
there. There are
Hmm?
people out there who have some kinds of skills. They'll see a glimpse of a road. Okay, what is the percentage of a road, right? In a single city, right?
Hmm.
That's got to be less than 1%. And some people, just from a glimpse of that road, can tell you, "Oh, I know exactly where in the world that is." Uh,
Okay,
yeah, that's there are people like that. So,
sure.
yeah,
Okay,
I'm trying to mitigate risk.
yeah.
Anyway, also,
Hmm.
exposing people's personal information without their consent, especially a minor, just because they're in another country. You know what? I'm very respectful as a person. I guess you are not.
No, I agree with what you just said, but
Oh,
I'm just saying a city without even knowing that person's name, that's not personal information. Like even with like very sensitive data that like hospitals use, once they anonymize that data, like I don't think it really matters what they do with it. Right? This is the most anonymized like data that could potentially be anonymized. Like,
Okay,
yeah.
a family member who is underage, like let's say they're high school or younger, would
Uh-huh.
you give out the city that they live in?
If I didn't say their name, I wouldn't mind.
I don't feel this. I have nieces who live somewhere. I wouldn't give
Okay.
the specific city where they live in. I wouldn't do that.
So like if I said niece,
Mm,
yeah, I have a niece,
mm-hmm.
then yeah, somebody could find out what my niece like their name is. So that's not private anymore. Like finding out somebody's niece is much easier than finding out the name of a person that they're sponsoring through Compassion or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, no, sure, I agree, but it's the same. It's the same thing. Just because it's less likely or harder, I still don't want to give away personal information of a small child.
No, it's like me saying, "Oh, there's a small child that 7 years old that lives in Kyoto, Japan."
I think this
Well, what
conversation has
private?
gone too long. I
No, what
think
private? No,
it's
no. I
21
need
minutes.
to. I need to get to the
About
bottom
what?
of this.
What's the
What I
bottom?
just
We're
said
at
just
the
now, right?
bottom. We're at the
No,
bottom. Okay, go
what
ahead.
I what I just said there,
We
right?
started at the bottom. Okay.
Listen, what I just said there.
Kyoto. Uh-huh.
What's the private information that's been
You
divulged?
know some kid in Kyoto?
Who's 7 years old?
Well, it depends on if you give me more information. If that's the only piece of information, I know a kid in
No, how about this? How
Kyoto.
about this?
Sure.
I sponsor a kid in Kyoto who's 7 years old, and I sponsor him through Compassion. What's the private information that's been divulged?
I mean, if I wanted to hurt
No,
you,
no. I don't.
yeah,
Don't tell me about intention. Tell me about
okay.
what the private information is.
The private information, well,
Uh huh.
the gender, location, and yeah, and the
Of who?
organization
Of
of
who?
of your sponsor child.
But you don't even know who the person, like what the person's name is. So how could that be considered private information?
Uh, uh, what do you mean?
Like that information, it could be about anybody. So like, what part of that information is private and
But
personal
it's
to a person?
private and personal information that I know of that person.
Of who's that person?
What? Just because I don't say their name, I can tell people other things about this person? I think that's not right.
No, if it's broad enough, if it's a city,
I mean, I think just in general it's unnecessary. Like going back to my niece's example, like if
mhm.
I talk about them, I don't know why I would give anybody any sort of information about my nieces. I already
Yeah.
gave
So
you
I
the
agree with
uh-huh,
that.
okay.
That I agree with.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah. If it's your niece, sure. But if we're talking about somebody who you haven't divulged their name for, and to like say, I just think it's weird that you consider it private information when you haven't even really talked about who this person is, to say that the city they live in is like private information. I think that's weird.
What? Why? Maybe some people don't want that information out there at all.
But okay, so even if that's the case, even if
Uh-huh.
they don't want it out there, it could literally be about hundreds of thousands of people.
But why? What's the harm in keeping it vague? Are we gonna talk about something else anytime soon?
No, no, it's
Uh-huh.
no.
Uh-huh.
I don't think there's a harm in keeping it vague. I
Uh-huh.
just think it's weird that you think there's a harm in saying the city's name.
Well, at the very least, the person could be like, "Oh, I didn't really want people to know that," and I could be like, "Oh, my bad. I shouldn't have shared that without like why share anybody else's information at all? Like somebody
Yeah,
you
let's
have a
move on.
connection
I,
with.
I think we're having two separate conversations
Why?
because I don't. That person wouldn't even know that you're talking about them. Like
Uh,
that's how little information we have about this person.
no, it doesn't matter about trying to figure them out. It's about like sharing someone else's information without letting them know or their consent. I think that is super reasonable.
Okay, I still think it's wild, but yeah, let's move on.
That's okay.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, what happened in Honduras? What did you do in Honduras? I thought you were gonna tell us about it.
I was, and then you talked about something for 12 minutes. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
We
go
could have
ahead.
let it go. We could have let it go 11 minutes ago.
Okay, tell me about Honduras.
Tell you about Honduras. I forgot. You made me forget everything that I was going to talk about 12 minutes ago. 12 minutes
Uh,
ago. Honduras, uh, it's pretty uncomfortable. I'm trying to pick some words that are very nice. I can at least say it's uncomfortable compared to my life here.
mhm. That's it. So
Not,
what? I mean, what
huh?
did you do there though? Like, what was the purpose of your trip?
We went with our church and we helped a missionary couple who opened a like a taekwondo. What's it called?
도장?
Dojang, yeah, what was that, like a dojo? Anyway, like a taekwondo teaching place.
Nice.
And we went to different churches and community centers and schools doing a vacation Bible school for children. Our theme was Jesus is your best friend. And we taught that. We did a skit. We taught some traditional Korean games. It was, yeah, I think all the kids really, really enjoyed it. And some of our church members, they're like professional taekwondo folks, and they did 2 days of like really, really long classes.
Nice. Is it?
But yeah,
Uh, oh, that's interesting. I mean, are there a lot of kids who do taekwondo in Honduras? Like, is it like a popular thing to do?
so the missionary's been there for more than 10 years. I can't remember exactly how long, but he's been there for such a long time. When he first started, so he's older, but he got a black belt really late in his life, and then he went there to teach it. And yeah, a lot of people, all the kids are very, very interested in learning it. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, self-defense, but also discipline, and it's an activity that's kind of unique. And
Hmm.
the area we were in, pretty low income, and I think he doesn't charge anybody, so that's probably
Oh wow.
also the draw for some kids.
Hmm.
And yeah, yeah, his class. So he before COVID, he said he had classes of like thousands of students.
Hmm.
And when he first got there, he didn't have anything, but now he has like a pretty big studio, like a taekwondo. What do you call it? What's an
도장.
no? But what's an American word for places like that? Training center, a gym, a taekwondo gym? I guess a gym, but I mean, this gym could fit hundreds of people in it, and yeah, he went there with no resources. So yeah, we helped
Oh,
him
that's awesome.
out.
So
But
did you do some taekwondo too?
no, no, I was mostly so we split up into two programs. One, the taekwondo teaching program, and then the other one was a vacation Bible school for like really, really young kids. The gym has like high school kids and some older folks, but yeah, we my half we spent most of our time with like elementary school kids.
Nice.
But anyway, I don't know. It's really like you can't even compare American life to people in Honduras because it's so different. At least like maybe in bigger cities it's more comparable, but like in the country where we were at, which is only like it was like 30 minutes from the airport, from like a major international airport, and like the road, it just like I don't even think like trailer park. I think trailer parks would be pretty luxurious compared to some of the houses that we saw. Yeah, I watched this one guy on Instagram, and he's building a house from like leftover pieces. I don't know. I don't know exactly where, but it's not that bad because he just on a plot of dirt puts metal together and tries to like we had running water, so we did have running water. It wasn't like super nice and consistent, and the missionary center where we were at, there was no hot water, so maybe some places also that's like a luxury. But and then we also had toilets, but the toilets, some of them didn't work that good because again, the running water issue. Like that is sort of the conditions we were in. And yeah, it's a good reminder that we are very comfortable even with the crazy circumstances that of America right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no matter like yeah, honestly, no matter how bad it gets here, yeah, we can't really in a global scale. Yeah, we can't really complain.
I mean, you can. I think it's okay to complain. I don't think it's like, oh, well, there are people with worse problems, so you shouldn't be complaining or, at all. I think that's not good or healthy. But I'm sure there are things that they are very happy about that we are unhappy with, like aspects of life. Even though they're less comfortable, they could easily be way more like healthy mentally and emotionally compared to us. So, yeah.
So, um, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but you know that guy you were telling me about how he is building a house from scraps?
hmm
Isn't that divulging too much private information?
Why?
Because you told me about what this guy's doing.
But I didn't tell you where he was doing it.
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly. You didn't give me enough information for that to be private
No, but
information, right?
that's a activity, not a demographic. Like where you are from is like part of, like being like yeah. Those are two different things. I
Are they
don't
though?
yeah, I don't really see the connection.
Interesting. Okay. Well, cool. I'm glad you had a good trip. Would you go back?
Yeah, I would like to go back next year and every year that we were able to go and yeah, raise more money to 'cause we brought gifts, but they were donated gifts, so they're not like really really nice things, but even though we didn't bring things that most of us probably wouldn't think of as nice, everybody for them it was like, oh, this is like very very special stuff. Thank you very much for these very very special gifts. But honestly, they're like our leftovers.
Hmm.
So yeah, we and like we brought four soccer balls to be part of our skit, and after the skit we donated them. Like there are kids who were looking at that soccer ball like it's the greatest thing in the world. So
Hmm. Yeah. Hey, so I get well, it's pretty well established that you're a Christian, right? Is
mhm,
that fair to say?
sure.
So as a Christian, how do you feel about like some of the images Trump has been posting?
I think Trump has no more like what's it called? Redeeming qualities. I think he's a crazy person. Like anybody who supported Trump before because
Uh,
of politics or economics,
uh,
economy reasons, I think you got to walk that back. Like yeah. Usually I try to stay kind of indifferent, but I think it's time for everybody to acknowledge, hey, you're wrong. Like it's not even like is yeah. I don't know. I would love to talk to somebody who wants to justify some of the things that are happening now.
hmm.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that'd be fascinating. Can we, is it, when can we start having guests on this podcast?
Guess. What episode are we on? We were supposed to wait till
Uh,
100, but I mean, I guess 60, whenever 60 is. But
yeah,
do you
there's,
know people who are still like serious? Because I know they're out there, but I don't know anybody near me with that I have a close relationship with who is still a avid, Trump supporter.
I don't know. Oh, so this would be episode 55. Oh, so we're getting there.
Okay.
Um, I actually don't know that many people that are like all that invested in politics. I I would say you're the most political conversation I have is with you, like on this
What?
podcast.
I feel like I could think of people that that I know who probably are near somewhere near the vein of Trump was sent by God to save our nation.
I don't know a single person
Okay,
who,
we can talk about it offline, but I think
yeah.
yeah, I mean like Bethel Church, they're very pro Trump and pro MAGA, and that's a very popular church, and a lot of people, a lot of people. and like agree with their views.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I can argue any any president is a leader sent by God, from a biblical standpoint.
I mean,
Is that what you're
sure,
talking about?
sure,
Or
sure. If it's like a I don't know, like all yeah, no, but like no. So yes, yes, but I think more specific, like that in a broad sense. Yeah, sure. God is in control, and God appoints, leaders over us.
Mhm.
Sure, sure. In a sort of a loose interpretation, and applying it to our current circumstances. But no, there are people who, the way that Jesus was chosen. People are like, oh yeah, Trump is here to save our country. I
Hmm.
think. I mean, even he, he, yo. Okay, so what do you think about the image? Are you someone who says, "Oh yeah, he didn't really mean to associate himself with imagery of Jesus Christ"?
Like I I wasn't surprised that he would do that.
Did you
I don't
vote?
know.
Did you vote Republican the last presidential election?
No,
Oh, wait, what? What? Who'd you vote for?
I didn't.
You didn't
I
vote at
thought
all?
both candidates were terrible.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
surprised by that. I thought you voted for. There's some people who just vote red, and anyway. But
Yeah. Mhm.
wait, you didn't. You didn't. I thought you voted for a third party or whatever.
No, yeah. Well, I voted for Andrew Yang in the primaries, but
Oh,
he didn't get through. Yeah.
oh, I see. But okay, look, listen. Okay, so I actually thought you were more like I'm leaning a little harder like against this person, but I thought you'd be more indifferent. But but crazy, huh? Crazy, right? To post something like that. Like, what do you think his intentions were? And did you hear his explanation for why he put it up there?
He thought it was a doctor or something.
Like he said,
Maybe.
"Oh, I didn't think of it as an image of Jesus.
Mm.
He was like, I thought it was a picture of me being a doctor,
Yeah.
healing people. Which he's like, yeah, I heal everybody, something like that.
Mm.
What do you think about that explanation, and what do you think his purpose was and intentions were posting that image?
Look, I think so. The thing I know about Trump is, yeah, he says a lot of things that just aren't true. He lies a lot. He
Oh wow,
makes
okay,
like, yeah, I mean, well, because it's like documented, right? But like for at least some of the lies that he tells, I know there's purpose to some of them, but and he also is very like grandiose in describing his own personal accomplishments and things like that, right? So
okay. He lies
I
and he
wasn't,
exaggerates.
yeah, so I
Wait. Can
wasn't
we pause real
again.
quick though? Wait.
Mm,
Never
mhm.
mind. Don't pause. Keep going. Okay. I got
Okay, go ahead.
another thing. Huh?
What?
Well, I
What?
wanted to talk about tariffs because I have a friend. Well, not like a not a friend, but someone I
Uh-huh.
know
Uh-huh.
who just a few months ago, and this person is a pretty serious Christian too. But a few
Hmm.
months ago, they were arguing, "Oh, Trump is a genius because of all the tax negotiations
Hmm.
and like the tariffs and stuff." I don't know what this person thinks about it today because I don't know. Like it just people who are are very serious about supporting Trump. I don't know if they will still like say and feel the same way. But practically, like at a very small company that I work for,
Hmm.
like those tariffs are killing us. Like they are really, really hurting us because everything is so expensive. We're having trouble like securing material for our manufactured goods. Like we have to put a surcharge on everything. Like it's, I mean, I'm sure war. I mean, the war is him too. The war probably doesn't help like those costs. But yeah, it's hurting us pretty badly as a business
Mm.
that operates in America and that tries to produce things in America. But anyway, yeah, those are so what you thought about his intentions with the image? What do you think about him as a person? But also, like people who are arguing, "Oh, Trump is a genius." What do y'all think about at least that aspect, the tax aspect, the tariffs aspect of him now?
Yeah, I will say with the tariffs, it did give him a lot of leverage. Like when he did the whole oh, I'm gonna charge everyone 25%.
Yeah.
It did bring a lot of people to the table, and I'm talking about like countries, right?
Yeah.
That didn't want that tariff, and he kind of artificially created leverage for himself,
Sure.
right? So yeah, I mean, I can't. I, I guess it's harming a lot of people, but I think some people would benefit from it, probably the richer people, but I can't say that that was just a dumb move.
Hmm.
Okay, now with Iran and what's kind of happening at the Strait of Hormuz, I think that was I can't see a way to say that was like beneficial or smart. Because like I think he's looking for a way to like backtrack a lot of stuff and
Mm.
trying to yeah, get himself out of the hole he dug. So I'm gonna be fair. I think yeah, there are some things that he's done that's good. Some things that he's done that was good just for him. Something that he's a lot of things he's done that's bad. And I think right now the Iran war is yeah, because the last thing I heard is he keeps saying, oh, like yeah, we came to an agreement and they're gonna open up the strait, but like the oil executives are saying no, like the Iranian like I forget if it's the Iranian Navy or if it's Hezbollah, no, not Hezbollah. What's the other terrorist group? Uh, anyways, there's somebody's like um they're charging tolls to use the Strait of Hormuz. So like it's obviously not true that he got all conditions. So
What was the goal?
it's
Why are we in there?
in Iran.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of speculation,
Okay.
right? No one really knows. But one of the theories I
Well,
heard that
also too, did he do it all like? I mean, don't you need some kind of approval to do things like that? Like how? I feel like it's sort of he's the only one who's wanting to do it, and they're doing it.
that's true, but so many other presidents have done the same. Like it's not really a
Oh, I see.
uniquely Trump thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but so the theory that I heard that was interesting is that um because the world is going to be run by AI and the company like the country that produces like all the AI computer chips is Taiwan, right? Nvidia.
Okay.
And so um America is going to have to defend Taiwan from China eventually cuz like it's almost an eventuality. It's almost like guaranteed that sometime in the future that China is gonna kind of retake Taiwan or take Taiwan by force,
Okay.
like invade Taiwan, right? And so people are saying Trump is doing all these things like taking over Venezuela and uh, trying to like remove the threat in the Middle East because he doesn't want a potential multi-front war if China were to invade Taiwan and the US attacks China to like make sure they don't take Taiwan.
Okay.
So that's one theory. Another theory is that Israel wanted Iran wiped off the map. So they whether it's through blackmail or whatever just got Trump to do
Okay.
it. So yeah, it's I don't know. No one really knows. I guess Trump is the only person who really knows what the goal of all of this is.
I mean, is there a theory where it's profitable for him? Like some people are accusing him of just a lot of people point to his past and say he's kind of a
Mm,
con artist,
mm.
and the goal of con artist is to build these things just to like steal as much money as possible. You think he's in
But
the using his presidential role to steal as much money as possible?
it's possible.
All right.
But I don't know what benefit could be had by doing what he just did in Iran.
Yeah.
His approval is at an all-time low. They're burning a ton of money, like with all the interceptors and like
Yeah.
all the resources. Yeah.
Like I mean, some of the things I see could be bots, but I still see a lot of people, and these people, have a pretty big following, and they seem like real people. They're still
Mm.
like, man, we love everything that's happening, 100% support. Like I don't. Why?
Well, okay, so if playing devil's advocate, right?
Okay.
Like, Iran is not a nice country. Like, it's not a
Sure.
good country,
Okay.
right? So there, like, regime change happening there is not the worst thing that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's, I mean, there are some people like who were oppressed by the Iranian government who are, happy that they're they're at war.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
that's
Okay.
not insignificant, I think.
Going back to that image. So the people who support Donald Trump right now, our president, it's
Mhm.
usually like hard right people, and those folks are usually like, they say they're Christians.
Mhm.
What do you think about that image, and what, like, how? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are people who are actually. I haven't seen a lot of people justify it. Like,
Yeah, I don't think.
yeah,
You know what's interesting? What's unique about that image too is Trump actually deleted that once he got the blowback,
yeah.
pushback. He doesn't really do that a ton.
Hmm.
I don't think like ever really.
Like,
Like
where did that image come from? What was the intention? You think? What was the point?
I no, I think somebody posted that and then he reposted it.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So somebody was saying, I think somebody was actually saying, "Oh, Trump is Jesus,"
Mm-hmm.
or
Sure.
"Trump is our savior," whatever. And he was like, "Oh, yeah, anything that makes me look good, I'm gonna repost."
Mm-hmm.
But that's probably what he did. Like I don't think that he didn't know that it was a messianic imagery,
Mm-hmm.
but I do think he understands that. Oh, this wasn't a good move for me to do. We got rid of it.
So he was just trying to find something that would make him like get some likes and clicks.
Yeah, he does that a lot. Like a lot of like videos and photos that people post saying, "Oh, Trump is awesome," stuff like that. He yeah, I've seen him repost a lot of. So I'm just thinking, yeah, it was kind of the same thing.
So what
But
what is your personal response as a Christian when you see him doing stuff like that?
like I think it's dumb.
Just
I
dumb.
mean, well, like, do you think like what? Like he needs to be punished for it, or what?
Well, no,
What is the?
what's it called? Like, yeah, I saw a clip of him recently. Like, I saw it a long time ago, but I saw it again recently, like yesterday. And the interviewer is like, "Can you please tell us your favorite verse from the Bible?" And he's like, "Oh no, I'm just not gonna do that. Like, the Bible is very personal to me, so I'm not really comfortable sharing about my my
Oh
favorite
no,
verse."
I
Uh-huh.
I 100% don't think he's a Christian. Like I don't think he's like born again, saved
Okay,
Christian.
sure.
Yeah.
I don't even think he has any idea what the Bible like. He has very like almost zero experience with the Bible is my
No, I
guess.
agree too. Yeah,
What
I
the?
remember.
Okay.
I remember him saying something along the lines at one point of like, "Oh, maybe if I do like good things enough, I'll make my way into heaven."
Oh,
He like
okay.
said that during an interview.
Oh.
And that's a fundamental, like at the core, misunderstanding of what the gospel is.
This conversation isn't that fun. I thought you'd be a little bit more of a supporter.
Okay, I can be a supporter. Yeah, Trump is
Is it
great.
Christian? Why is he a Christian? Why do you think
No,
he?
I don't think he's a Christian. I think he
Okay,
is
what
smart
is?
in what he's doing. I think he has
Is this smart?
method method to his madness.
Do you
Yeah.
do you actually like? Is there a part of you that believes that?
Well, I do think that if he actually thought that war with China in the future were possible, that making preparations for it now is a smart move. Oh, are we talking about the war in Iran?
Well, just
What
in
are we talking about?
general, like I'm trying to.
Yeah.
If
If
if we're trying to argue that he is actually a genius and he's a good president, sure, I
Well,
guess that is a
okay.
possibility.
Are there people? Are there really that many people saying he's a genius? I don't know
Well,
about
not a
genius.
well,
Yeah,
he's very smart. He knows what he's doing, and he's a great leader. I think there are still many people who believe that.
yeah. I think for some people that's true. Yeah, for some people that it is like the things that he's doing. You know, it's a net positive for them. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me try to, cause there's I'm trying to ask a complete question, but I
Yeah.
think there are people who have and can associate him with someone like a Hitler type. A Hitler type, they so ICE for recently ICE has been actually I haven't heard anything about them recently, but like ICE is an attempt to create like a what's it called, a scapegoat.
Hmm.
And Hitler, obviously, he also did that, and I
Hmm.
think the comparison is fair. Um,
I think
yeah.
if somebody's saying this could lead to something similar to Hitler, fine.
Oh.
I think
Oh.
that's fair.
Oh, really?
But
Oh.
but to say that it is now, I think is actually insulting to Jewish people. To if we were to make the comparison now,
Sure. No, I agree. Yeah, it's not anything close to that.
yeah.
Like there are maybe like we're scratching the surface of what happened back then, but definitely
Yeah,
like
but
it's not
so
close.
okay, but
Hmm.
we have to give Trump credit, right? In that when the populace voice disagreement strongly enough, he does tend to pull back. He at least is driven by like enough self-awareness to know that like he needs to have support from people. So when like everyone was saying ICE is terrible, like it started. I think he started pulling back. Right? I haven't heard much about ICE recently.
Hmm. Well, you know
So
what?
at least there's
The
that.
reason I want to talk about that is what is this person's goal? Because yeah, uh, there are people who think, oh, this man is a very smart person and he's a great leader, but like there that takes kind of a stretch, right? That takes a little bit of I don't know, mental aerobics kind of. Like what do you genuinely think this person is doing? What's this guy doing, man?
I honestly I don't know if we'll really know how effective of a president he is
Yeah.
for another like probably 5 years. Right? Like you need to see the fullness of his like presidency like to
Mhm.
completion,
Mhm.
and then like the ripple effects of it a couple more years down the line. You know what I mean? Because
Uh-huh.
like I couldn't tell you like Barack Obama, was he a good president?
Like are there is there evidence in our world today
No,
because
like
of his
I'm no just
policies?
well, I just don't even know how to answer that.
Oh.
Like how would one answer that? How would you answer that?
Well,
Was he a good president?
I think he was a good person. I think he is a good person. Like is he a perfect person? No. But I think he's like we've gotten
So
uh-huh.
so I will say this about Trump. I don't think there's many people out there that think he's a good person. I think a lot of people of what I've seen, the people that support him,
Mm.
a lot of the people support him because he's effective. Like he's a douchebag, but he gets like what he wants done.
Well, I mean, yeah, those are pretty. So, people who support him, those are probably the more sane folks. But there
Mhm.
are less sane folks who associate him with Jesus.
That I would be interested in in talking to those people. That's
Yeah, me
wild.
too. Actually, I
I
wish.
can't think of that. Like they can't be sane, right? If they actually think that way. Are
Wow.
you? Is there any?
No,
Well,
I agree.
comparing anybody to Jesus is doesn't
Well,
sound sane to me. Yeah.
Christ-like. I think to say someone is very Christ-like is, like a very good big compliment. But to say like he is some sort of prophet. That is blasphemous, right? That's pretty.
Prophet is being a prophet blasphemous?
I mean,
I don't think so. I mean, there's. I guess it really
using
depends
that
what.
word on someone like Trump, I think it's kind of crazy. It's kind of, yeah, I think it's kind of crazy. I don't know,
Well,
but
no, yeah, it might
uh,
be. It might be wrong, but I'm saying, is it like blasphemous?
I think it depends on a person. Well, no, there are prophets. I do think there are prophets for sure,
Yeah.
but like it just feels extremely
But
incorrect.
the reason I say that is because is it Jeremiah or Isaiah? I forget. Shoot, I forget. But one of them, like his contemporaries, thought that he was a crazy person, like because he would do stuff like laying on his side for like a year
Hmm.
and eating only things cooked from his own poop, like
Hmm.
fire fueled by his own poop. Like he did a lot of crazy things. So people might be like, "Oh, this person is crazy," but that doesn't mean that he wasn't a prophet because he was. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like you can't really like people that we view as crazy might actually be prophets. I'm not saying that Trump is. I don't think Trump is a prophet, but
Mm.
like just based on the merits of their personality, I don't know if we can say whether they're a prophet or not.
Well, okay, prophet as somebody who speaks on God's behalf.
Yeah.
But like more like like Trump is sent by God in some special and unique way for good, not for discipline. But anyway, I don't know. I like people, yeah, but he's a pedophile.
Oh yeah. Did you see the speech Melania Trump gave too?
No, why?
She like came out saying like, "Hey, all these allegations against me are false," and everyone was like, "We haven't thought about that since the start of the war. Like, why are you, without being provoked, bringing this up?" So
Oh,
it was kind of funny.
kind of weird, huh? For her to
Yeah.
be saying stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I no, I
Hey,
okay.
okay.
Well,
Well, do you think
allegedly, let's not get sued
so?
here,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, suit. Yeah,
To
for
call him a
defamation.
pedophile, I don't know for a fact if he's. Do you?
No, for well, somebody does. I think somebody knows, but no one's telling us. Like, no. But hey,
Well,
hey, if you
uh-huh,
were, if you were a pedophile, like we're pretty
uh-huh,
close.
uh-huh.
And I said, oh, I never knew. Like there was, yeah, like we hung out all the time. We partied
Uh-huh.
together. I, met like girls he was dating. I never knew. Is
Mhm.
that even possible?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, okay.
Well, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Like the island
let's
where
let's
this is
say hidden,
happening.
huh?
Huh?
Yeah,
How?
no.
How?
Okay, fine. Wait, so what's
Uh,
the parallel you're making?
like,
Trump
okay.
and Epstein?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, so let's there's so let's say there is no proof and we can't, what's it called? Like, know for sure right
Substantiate.
now. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't know for sure right now. But I think it makes the most sense that he probably is one. And some people like they deny it. I don't know, man. Like, or look past it. How can we look past something like that?
Well, yeah, sure.
Mm.
Probably, but I'm of the opinion that everybody in the ruling class is a pedophile.
Oh,
Like, yeah.
Obama probably wasn't one. Yep.
I bet you he was. I bet
What?
you he ate kids too. Ate babies too.
He ate babies?
Yeah, the whole thing. Like, have you seen that part of the Epstein file where,
No, I didn't know people were
where
eating
people?
babies.
Yeah, yeah,
Are you
they were
joking?
doing like. No, I'm being serious. Look it up.
Okay, so they're pedophile cannibals?
Yeah,
That's crazy. Wow, that's
yeah, yeah. I mean, Clinton for sure was one of those pedophiles doing crazy things. I don't know. I mean, maybe Barack wasn't, but I wouldn't. I also wouldn't be. The same goes for Biden. Same, pretty much every like president or like billionaire. I wouldn't be surprised if they were doing crazy stuff.
George Bush.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, no, he seems like a pretty decent. Hey, if you're not in a picture with Epstein, you probably I'm not gonna assume every president or every, powerful person
Like
is,
I
yeah.
so I actually think this, like in order to become that powerful,
Oh,
they make you do things that they can hold over you as
like
to
you gotta
control
drink
you.
the Kool-Aid?
No, not drink the Kool-Aid. Like you need to you need to like rape this person and I need to film it so that I can retain control over you. And the they that I'm talking about is Illuminati or deep state or whatever you
All
want to call it.
right. Thanks for
Wait, hold on, hold
listening.
on. Hold
Okay.
on. Can we just go on a little longer? It's been a while since we released the episode. Let's
Okay.
do like another 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting interesting.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel tired. All right, go ahead. You
Yeah.
believe that powerful people to join the club, they have to do horrible things?
Yeah.
I don't know,
Otherwise, how
man.
would you control them?
You're uh
Yeah, that's why when Bernie Sanders was gaining all that popularity and he was about to win the Democratic primaries, the powers that be blocked it. They're like, no, we can't have somebody we can't control in power. That's why he didn't become president.
who got the nomination? Hillary Clinton?
Hillary.
Clinton?
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't make any sense, huh?
Yeah, wild.
So she's a pedophile too? That's what you're saying?
Probably,
Probably?
probably,
Dang.
or maybe they're all
Oh.
reptile people.
Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I said a lot of things. Like usually I stay pretty quiet about our president,
Hmm.
but it's like too much. Like the Jesus thing was like it was crazy. It's too crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know why that was like the straw. I mean, yeah, him probably being a pedophile, that's pretty bad too, but
But I think the difference there is there's not real
oh,
way of saying that that's true. But
yeah.
this, we do know it's true because he's the one who
Posted
posted
it.
it. Yeah.
Like lately he looks older and sicker, more orange and kind of sweaty.
Mm.
Like he just doesn't look good.
Yeah, I think that happens to every president.
Like the aging really, really fast
Yeah. Did you? There's like a thing out there that compares,
before and
like
afters.
yeah, and yeah,
Yeah.
Barack Obama aged a ton.
I
The
mean,
only
yeah.
person that I don't think aged that much is Biden, but it's
He's
because he
already
was
old.
already so old. Yeah, I mean, it's a high stress job because
Yeah.
somebody's probably always like, if you don't do this, I'm gonna, release this tape of you doing terrible stuff, and you know,
I was, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I'm not naive, but I just don't really believe in most conspiracy theories.
this is barely a conspiracy
It's
theory
barely?
because yeah, because Epstein had ties to the Mossad, the Israeli intelligence.
Okay.
So he was probably doing all of that to get all this blackmail on the ruling class of America so that Israel can make America do whatever they want. How do you think? So, if the theory is true that um, we invaded Iran because Israel wanted us to, like, how would Israel, that tiny country, make America do something that it doesn't do?
So Trump to hide his um pedophiles, his pedophiles.
PDFIs. Uh-huh.
Anyways,
Uh-huh.
he tried to obliterate a country.
Yeah, but probably not just Trump. Like, there's probably a ton of other people that were kind of in the same boat. So, in order to save all of them and himself, like he probably got pressure from a lot of people saying, "Oh, like make sure you." Yeah, I don't think it's that far fetched to believe this.
But you think you would? I mean, like all these somebody should be like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm a billionaire, whatever. Like, go ahead, release the release the tapes.
Hmm.
Like everybody has to not speak up and tell the
Yeah,
truth.
th- think about
100%.
think about what's happening to Bill Gates right now. His legacy is done. Like all the all the positive things that he might have done through his foundation, like all the philanthropy and all of that, down the drain. Nobody's gonna think well of him. Like, no one's gonna like invite him to do like keynotes, speeches, and things like that because of all the stuff that came out about him. Right? So he's a billionaire, but his standing in society is shot. Right?
Well, sure, but why wouldn't he speak up about it now? Like, oh, you know what? Um, all these rich people were all in the same boat. Well, maybe he's afraid.
So yeah, because they're probably like, yeah, if you say any more, we're gonna kill you and your whole family. Like,
Dang.
yeah, it's possible. Dude, did you hear about all the scientists dying?
No.
Yeah, there's this thing where all these scientists kind of in like they're all like connected to each other somehow. They've been dying like mysterious deaths one by one. And so the conspiracy around that is they know something that again, this ruling class doesn't want the public to know, so they're quietly offing all these scientists to make sure it doesn't get out.
Well, thank you for listening, everybody.
All right, bye.
Hope you listen again.
Bye.
Bye bye.